Hey! Hey everyone, Skylinks here, bringing you another video review. Today we're going to be doing Batman Under the Hood, Volume 1 and 2. This is after Batman Hush. There's basically two big new names in Gotham. One is Black Mask, and Black Mask has risen to the top of the Gotham criminal underworld. He is the new big name. In addition to that, there's now Red Hood. And Red Hood shows up and he starts taking over small drug rings and small criminal activities, making his own. Let's start with Volume 1. So anyways, by the way, there's a spoiler in this, just to let you know, if you're not a huge Batman fan, you may not know the spoiler. If you're a Batman fan, then you know the spoiler. Just be in mind, so be ready for a big spoiler. So anyways, Red Hood goes around and he starts screwing around with Batman. And Black Mask is out screwing around with Batman, but not on a psychological level. So Batman has to deal with both of them, obviously. Eventually he runs into Red Hood, and they get into a confrontation. Red Hood takes off his mask and reveals himself to be actually Jason Todd. Yes, Jason Todd, the second Robin that died in the death of his family. Okay, it's confusing how he came back to life. So anyways, he fights Jason Todd, and Jason's like, I'm back, and he's like, I can't believe that. And he's like, yeah, you can. He takes a batarang. He's like, here's a blood sample, here's a tissue sample, here's even my fingerprints, check it. So it leaves off there. Under the Hood Volume 1 leaves off there. Mr. Freeze shows up for like 3 pages, and he was utterly useless. Nightwing was in there. Volume 1 isn't bad. The problem I had with Volume 1 is Batman does too much searching. He goes around to Metropolis and Star City, and he keeps on asking people, you know, what was it like when they died, like Superman and Green Arrow, or, you know, how can people be resurrected? And that was the one thing I don't like about Volume 1, but it wasn't bad. Volume 2, for me, at least, I like better. So anyways, yes, Jason Todd is Red Hood. Batman tries to deal with that. He tries to cope with that. And, you know, Red Hood, or Jason Todd, captures the Joker, beats the living shit out of Joker with a crowbar, just like Joker did in Death of the Family. And then he proceeds to put bombs around Joker, and he's planning on blowing him up. Batman finds him, and they get into this big fight, and they get into a heated argument. And Jason Todd basically says to Batman, you know, I don't blame you for not being able to save me, but I blame you for the fact that this guy is still running around, Joker. Why haven't you killed the Joker for killing me? If it happened to you, Batman, if you got killed by the Joker, he would be dead in a second. Batman says, you know, going through my mind several times, Jason, I would want to take Joker away for a month, torture him, and end his life there. But that would be crossing the line. Batman basically states that he cannot kill a person. It's crossing the line. He would be no better than the Joker if he did so. Jason Todd is like, oh, then fuck you. And then Joker gets free and blows up the building. Batman gets out. You know Joker gets out. And Jason Todd gets out, but they don't reveal that. Now, how do you come back to life? Well, kind of random, but Superboy Prime, while he's in that little paradise dimension, decided to get pissed off or something, or he was in TMS, and he was fucking around with the space-time continuum, and somehow he brought Jason Todd back to life. Jason then crawled out of his grave, walked around, still brain damaged, and still, like, battle wound from his last battle. This was like 6 months after his death, and, you know, he's roaming around, and he's homeless, and finally someone contacts Talia al Ghul and tells her that it's Jason Todd walking around. She takes him, and after a year, she throws him in the Lazarus pit while Ra's al Ghul's it, and kind of helps him escape and tells him, don't go to Batman. Find out what happened first. And anyways, Jason's crazy, whether it's the Lazarus pit or whether it's he shared it with good old Rachel over there, but yeah, that's how he came back to life. Kind of random. Under the Hood. Is it good? Yes. Definitely buy A Death in the Family first. It's not number one on the list of things to get, but it's still a good read. It's still an awesome graphic novel. It's better. The second one's better, but the whole thing together, the whole Under the Hood, still good. So yeah, definitely pick up. Definitely worth buying. But get some of the other stuff first. You might want to get Hush first too, because it reveals in this that Jason Todd was actually fighting Batman in Hush, and then he just switched places with Clayface. Yeah. So anyways, that's about all I gotta say. Batman, Under the Hood, buy it.